Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday, the 5th of January 2016. First things first, Happy New Year for 2016. And yesterday the market certainly had a bit of a hangover from the New Year celebrations. Up on Thursday, Friday the market was closed. And then a headache yesterday thanks to the Chinese, the market dropping sharply. You can see they're down 7% and closed after the market got down to 7% there. This morning fairly quiet, minus 46, but no doubt it's only just the start of the Asian sell-off that we probably will see return shortly. Not necessarily today, but interesting to see after all of the money that was pumped in August, September into China, the devaluation of the yuan and all of the other central bank measures that were taken, the market still had a 7% down day. So it just goes to show that the markets are bigger than any central bank, even though the central banks have got control of the markets at the moment. Eventually they will lose control as the fear takes and everybody wants to get out and take their profits on the shares that they've got. It's a sort of a slow creeping type of thing to begin with. And then eventually the market gets momentum behind it, and then the panic comes, and then people want to get out. Yesterday we saw the market down sharply in the pre-market session, down some 300 odd points before the market even opened, and then the market tried to bounce back here. This is a losing trade to start off the session. We then had a sell in the direction where the momentum was, but unfortunately the market had already been down 400 points by this time, and then tried to find some support here. The best I could get out of this was just a couple of points loss. I was hoping the market would trade down to the 16,950, but it didn't. And then we got the buy signal just on the cusp of going into the quiet session. And as I said before, if it's you're not making money in the first part of the session, then you're likely to get it in the what we would normally deem the quiet part of the session. And we see the market moving up there for around 39 points, trailing the stop under these rising lows, and then another 50 points down to this level in the evening session. Interesting to see that the plunge protection team were out in force at the close, driving the futures all the way back up there over 200 points, and if anybody says to me that the markets aren't manipulated, here's the proof that they are. Plunge protection team back after lunch, making measures and taking measures to make sure that this market still looks like it's got potential for the upside. If you look at the daily chart, you can see why. 17,100 is the key area in this market, and also we've got this one here as well. If we look at the low of this bar and draw across, that's going to be 17,094. Market coming straight back through this, and on the overnight market trying to move a bit higher there. Let's just fast forward here. You can see they're trying to hold above the 17,200 level there. Let's see if it can achieve this. Another break of the 17,094, 17,100. I would see the market move lower, and if it does, it's going to be heading down to 16,889. That's where the last buying came into the market. So the market at the moment just sideways. It's still above yesterday's official close, but struggling there off the highs at the moment. In the news today, what have we got? Nothing from the US today, so it's going to be interesting to see how the market's going to take its direction. China's become very quiet, and at the moment the market's also just trading in a sideways range, so difficult one to call. But as I said earlier, they don't want this market down. The central banks have got control of all of the financial markets at the moment. There are no free markets anymore. That all ended in 2008. Generally a one-way bet on the Dow. That's to the upside. That's where all the QE money's gone in. It's gone into the bankers' pockets. Made a lot of people very rich with zero rates and being able to use that money and put it into the markets and then get a massive return on it, which is why you're seeing a small percentage of the population become very, very wealthy. And also a plethora of these crummy programs of people showing off their wealth and becoming billionaires and whatever. There seems to be quite a few of those around in the last few days, spending $250,000 on a watch and whatever. And when you see this sort of nonsense, you generally know that you're at the top of a market, and a massive change is coming when you see that sort of thing, where a small percentage take control of a large percentage of the wealth. Happened in 2008, happened in 2000 with the dot-com bubble. And what this does is it's put out to make it look like everybody's getting richer when it's certainly not the case. And then the markets implode and struggle to even make any profits during the years following, which was what we saw in 2009. Until, of course, they pumped in trillions in the US in QE, first round, second round, third round, fourth round, and they will do it again. I don't care if Yellen's put interest rates up, they will do whatever they can to keep this Ponzi scheme alive. Right, in the implied volatility after the soapbox rant there, but it's true. We've got implied volatility 1704, moving up sharply. Of course, you'd expect that with the market being down 400 points. And again, now this is being triggered to the upside. Let's see if there's momentum for the downside. And if there is, we'll see the market continue to slide. Interesting that Yellen says that the US economy is strong enough to take the rate increases. Well, the market's giving a different opinion of that, and of course she still wants to continue to increase rates as well. Very interesting. Absolutely clueless. All of the economic data from the US is actually showing things are far worse. No growth at all. It's all just being done to save the credibility of the Fed and not true economic data and numbers. Right, that's it for this morning. I will see you in tomorrow's. If I see anything untoward, or if it goes too quiet as there's no US news, then I will let you know. Other than that, have a great day. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.